Hey folks, it's Bishopheals from ECF Rooms and host on Vape TV. How you guys doing, baby? Yeah, it's day three. Yes, I'm back. Got it. Oh, I'm here because we're gonna be talking about. Guess what? Mr. MOJO. Yeah, Mr. MOJO, man himself, came out with a 26650 mod, baby. Yes. The style of MOJO. Oofa. So I took it apart. I cleaned it. And we're going to be putting it together again. Yes, like Humpty Dumpty. Forget about it. Okay, so here it is, baby. Ooh, here's the MOJO. Gotta thank him. This thing is beautiful. This is like one of the most elegant 26650 mods. I mean, everyone that's a Chi-Yu fan, you know, I mean, I'm a Chi-Yu fan. I have plenty of Chi-Yus from brass to stainless steel. This right here is just like a blessing to have a 26650. This is in good quality, grade build. Even the threads are so nice. I mean, check out these threads. I mean, it is just, ooh, like he did a great job on these threads. Check them out. I'm trying to get the camera to focus. But it's just a wonderful piece of machinery. He also, with this, you actually get two caps. Yep, you get a flat top cap and you get a cone cap. See, here's the cone and here's the flat, which is totally a great deal because you'll have certain atomizers that you just want to fit flush on here, and the ones that are a little bit larger, like the, I mean, let's face it, like the Stellar for the 26650 mode. Look at this beast, you know. So that would be perfect to mount right on here on the flat that you can't actually mount on here. Okay, so you know there's certain reasons. So then you can actually mount your regular atomizers that you were using on your 18650s right on here. Okay, like case in point, you know, like if I want to mount, there we go. Check it out on my Mephisto. It fits perfectly right on. Okay, so it all varies. If I want to put my Cyclone, see, it'll fit perfectly right on. Okay, so I mean it'll fit on here too, but it would actually look nicer using it on the cone cap. Absolutely. So I took this apart, I cleaned it out. So we're going to be putting it all together. Yeah, these are all the pieces. That's it. Okay, simple, right? Very simple. Oofa. So this is what we're going to be doing. Let's work on the switch. Now, it is a recessed switch. This is your locking ring. Okay? This is your locking ring, and it's reverse threaded. Yes, okay? And this actually goes on here. So for the people that already own Chi-Yus, they're already familiar with this. So this only could go one way. And it's reverse threaded. See? Bingo. Okay? So now what we're going to actually need right now is this is the bottom switch cap right here. Beautiful engraving. Look at that. It just says Megan. Yep. Focus that. There we go. There it is. Okay. It says Megan. And MOJO. This is beautiful. This is just beautiful. Beautiful. So this would actually go right inside in here. Through here. But we would have to put in the spring. So this comes with one spring right here. So you would mount that spring right on. Seal that in. There it is. Right here. What you would actually do is you put in the screw. Quite simply, guys. And you know, this would also adjust the length of the 26650 battery that you're actually using. You can actually, you know, extend this out a little bit, but I'm using key powers, so I can just leave that, you know, completely sealed and done, and I won't have to worry. And it's a very short throw. Let me see if I can focus that for you. So when I bring it up, see that? It's a very short throw. Totally awesome, because that means you could just, like with your pinky, just, that's it, you know, and it just fires, you know, and it can fire anywhere from the outside. It doesn't have to be in the center. It's very, very, very smooth. Okay, very smooth. So that's your switch. Quite simple. So that goes right in here, and there's your locking ring, like I mentioned. See that? Very, very short throw. Extremely short. Okay. Totally, totally beautiful. Look at that. So now let's put in our top cap. So for this one, let's use the one with the cone. But they're both assembled the same way. So what we're going to turn these upside down. Okay. And let me focus that a little better. And these plastic little Delrins, okay, these inserts, that's what goes in here. Okay. And they're threaded. Let me see if you can see that. They're actually threaded, and it can, you have to put these in gently. See that? Oops. Alright. So, there's the threads. Okay? So you have to put them in gently. So, you got to put them in flat. What I like to do is I just reverse, and then I go forward until I hear the snap. So, I just leave it about halfway up for now until I insert the actual contact pin. Now, this is brass. Okay, this is all brass. It's not gold, it's brass. And what we get here, we're going to have to put in a spring inside. Now, what I like to do is, before I put the spring in, I like to stretch out the spring just a little bit, just a hair, because it's going to get squeezed in anyway, but just to give it a little bit more of a springy resistance, shall we say. Now, as you can see that? See? Okay. Now what we're going to do is, being that this is the header for the 510, now this goes in here. Okay. So what I like to do is, again, there we go. Once I hear the little clip, there we go. Now this, I like to screw it all the way in without screwing in the plastic Delrin all the way in yet. There we go. And there's no reason to use pliers to tighten this, just hand. That's it, and there it is right there. Then the rest, well, there you go, just hand tighten here. That's it, okay? Now we can actually do the same on here. Put in the plastic Delrin. And just enough, just a little bit, that's all. Okay, then we do the same thing. Extend a little bit of the spring. Well, I think I extended a little too much, but that's okay. It'll get fixed once I insert this piece in. There we go. See? So now it's very, very, very springy. Now I insert this in. And again, once you screw this all the way in, that's it. You don't have to worry about it. Now you can actually adjust the Delrin with your hands and screw it all the way up. And it doesn't have to be tight, just enough. Okay? So there we go. That was quite simple. Okay? So now what we're going to do is, let's mount an Addy on here. And why not? I'm going to be using my Telemann hose right over here from my GG. I just finished building a coil on this one. So I can actually mount this directly on here. And this will be a good test because, see, the air flows on the sides. Okay, so I'm going to put this on. Voila, just like that. Make sure this is tight. Okay. Next thing we need to get is one of my batteries. So I'm going to be using my Heat Powers, the 26650, 4200 mAh. Put this in. No battle rattle. Look at that. None. You don't hear anything? None. So, you know, that's excellent. That's totally excellent. So now let's have a vape, shall we? Okay, so I have it mounted on here. And wow, it looks so beautiful on here. I mean, check it out. Got it with the logo. Let me see if I can focus that for you. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Totally, totally beautiful. I mean, she blinging, baby. She totally blinging. There it is. 1403 is my serial. Totally, totally blinging. Oofa, I tell you. Now, the other thing, before I fire this up, just to show you. What am I running on here? So I'm at 0.49, almost 0.5 ohms, okay? Is what I'm actually running on here right now. Okay, so let's have a vape, shall we? Wow. Wow. This thing is nice. Now, one thing I have to say, I did tweak something. Yeah, I did really tweak something. So my mind's going to be hitting a little bit harder than most that actually got it, because I re-engineered the springs. And it does something on the contacts. So keeping it more with constant pressure, you'll get lesser of a low drop. So now it's like banging really hard right now. Oofa. I mean, as you can see, these are the springs that comes inside. And I actually tweaked it, but I'll show you in another video what I did to that. Because I noticed that after a while, depending on sub ohms and being that you want the contacts to be solid, okay, and being that the contacts here is not solid, it's a spring, it needs to have a lot of pressure in order to reduce even more of a low drop. So I was just experimenting. That's all it was. I was just experimenting. I noticed, holy shoot, now it's hitting even harder than before. But I can prove it. I can show you by using this device. I'll do that in another video. I'm going to save the springs that came with it, and I can show you versus the spring that I did versus the spring that it comes with. Okay, so you're going to notice a little bit of a difference on the low drop. I'll do that in a different video. I'd rather just do that in a different video because that's just a tweak that I did, okay, just to enhance it even more. Not that there was anything wrong with it the way it was. Oofa, totally delicious. Totally delicious. Wow. This thing is hitting. Baby, this thing is so good right now. Unbelievable. No battle rattle, nothing. Very, very solid mod. Oh, man. MOJO! MOJO! You did good, buddy. You did good. Oopa! So, I'm going to keep this video short. I'm going to go back. I'm going to relax. I'm going to be listening to some Zeppelin albums right now. Oof, and vape my ass off. So with that, I'll let you guys go. Live hard, baby, and vape.